My God, the audio is quiet. Really quiet. I was going to say, what's the customized menu for? It shows how long it's been since I last played this game. Yesterday. I'm a little bit late because it's on the phone. Eh? Is that just a That's the one that they're the ones that leveled up. I've got a couple so we can uncap those. Who's that? Wow, that goes bigliest. Oh, I could have just gone select max level. I didn't even see that. What a nug. What an absolute nug. Was that not already capped as well? Yeah, so I can't. Charlie, I completely forgot about how this how the grid system actually worked. So, oops. I did say I was going to do a few more of the old tutorials, didn't I? But we have anything better on the old Mithril Saber front? No. Oh, we've got loads of the fucking things. Can I be? Can I be? Oh, I can't. Okay. Shit. Do that one. Done that. Don't have any way to up that any. None of those. And we've got 2 dark magic cheeseburgers. Just because I want to. Rod. That is the most powerful debris that I've got. Oh. Yeah. Fucking you can't even read. A miserable mist looks rad. Yeah, what the little geese said. Hello, Pixel. How you been? It's been a while. Tired, mate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really tired. So I'm playing something to no brain. Oh, mate, that's it, Pixel. I totally get that because that's exactly why my streams have been erratic as fuck anyway. So it's nothing for you to be sorry about, mate, because I've done the exact same thing. Like, I'm brown bread, and we kind of got this rule in whereby, or I put in the self-imposed thing where if I've had less than 5 hours of sleep, I'll sleep during my downtime during the day, which is roughly 10 till 2. Right, and that's usually when I stream, right? My chill out time. And so for like the last week or two, I've just been out cold like all fucking day. So then we started getting sick too. And my wife, bless her, she's just had to put up this massive rant from me. Not at her, but I've been ranting like a motherfucker. And then all of a sudden, like, the rant has stopped. So I'm like, nope, I'm going live. And she's like, but we're ranting. Ranting's good for us. Oh, hello, what's this? Player is level 11. Is that good? No? Person can't join this quest, then don't let him join the quest. I was supposed to have looked up the moves list again, and I just haven't. Characters. そしてエルステ帝国軍からルリアを守るために戦った私は How you feeling now, Pixel? I know the audio is probably really quiet because I'm not boosting my microphone or anything today. I haven't actually checked the levels to see where the game's going. So the dynamics are fucking all over the place. I thought she linked with... I know, but I got it in my head she linked with Gran. Well, I'm going to say, fingers crossed it's not the Rona and you just got the old seasonal plague. But then that's no better, is it? When you feel like shit, you feel like shit. It's not like it's something you actually want to have to go through. You know, coming out the other side yet? Or are you still...
まさかここまで難しいとは。
No, I expected her armor to have more. Embellishment isn't the word I'm looking for, is it? Where they put all the fucking fanciful fluff on it. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, but it's still not a word.
No, it isn't. Yeah. It's fine. I'm not. No. I've. Nah, it just sounds really fucking bent. No, it isn't. It's not real. Look, that armor just looks too plain. To have the crest in the navel, and then to be. You see, you getting what I'm saying? Like, there's no lines to dictate where the curvature is, other than around the side. Yeah. Yeah, well, they've given her a line up to where the bow is, look, but it's the complete front just looks like there's no indent or anything to it. So she's got that thing pushed in, but there's no. It's just not right, man. Fucking yeah, mate, bloody dango. Well, better than earlier today means that's good signs for what is to come, I hope. Let's load up the chat on the iPad. No, Pixel, are you planning on getting the old the new Neptunia game? Is that not out today? Everyone plays Nep. If you don't play Nep, then you know you're just one of those uptight people that doesn't play Nep. You've played Nep. No, but you played it on the PS3. Most people go, that's a game with anime boobs in it. I'm not playing that. So, boobs are good for you, unless they're not. If you've got an allergy to boobs, then they're not good for you. But yeah. I think boobs cause too much trouble. So there you go, controversial opinion. Arguing with my wife about tits. Oh, is it coming in like 6 hours? There's no pre-order on it, is there? That was one that surprised me. It was another one like Chaos Child. It had no pre-order. Oh, for fuck's sake! I keep pressing A, but it's not A. It's the B button. God damn it, where's our boy Gran? Actually, hang on. Oh, we've got our Come on! Oh, sir. Okay. More powerful combos, isn't it? First, they're trying to teach me anti-airs. Jump in. Oh, so recharging? Yeah. It's been full for ages. Wow, okay. Alright, I don't buy anything from Idea Factory's store. I probably should, because they've had some really nice collector's editions over the years. I just haven't bothered picking them up. Because I missed the first ones, I never bothered getting them afterwards, if you get what I mean. That wasn't what I had in mind, but alright. What are the bonuses? Wow. Level up, level up, level up. It's one of the things that really irks me about limited editions, when you miss one. So here's the thing, right? I don't know if maybe it's just me. If you've made a limited edition, as an example, I like game soundtracks. If you release a limited edition with a soundtrack, at some point or another, I would very much appreciate it if you release the soundtrack separately. At some point. Like, make it so that to get it in the limited edition, you get like a fancy box, or a nice presentation box, stands and things like that. But I'd like each individual piece to eventually come out as another thing, like maybe with a different cover art, or you know, if it's a soundtrack, maybe to give us a box set for a soundtrack. Like, for example, I've got the Samurai Showdown collection here. And it's got it's just an SNK Samurai Showdown box set of CD soundtracks. Love that fucking thing. It's been trashed though over the years, but
ってポートブリーズの町で気空団を結成した私たちは気空艇グラン
I need to watch the anime of this at some point. I doubt I'm ever going to play the mobile game.
することになったんだ。そんなこんなでルリアを追うエルステ帝国ともついに戦うことになって、みんなで力を合わせて帝国がこっそり進めていた計画もなんとか食い止めることができた。その後エルステは変わっていって、ようやくルリアが追われることもなくなって、帝国の支配から空域を解放したことで英雄としてもてはやされちゃったりなんかもして、本当に私たちこの空のみんなを助けようとして必死だっただけなんだけどね。英雄だなんて言われるとちょっとくすぐりたいけど悪い気はしねえぜ。おーっともらって挟んでおいた羽が飛んでっちゃうところでした。それ確か天使の羽だよね。天使か。あん時も大変だったよな。それはファータグランデ空域を襲ったかつてない規模の最悪。天使の力をめぐる騒動で全空がかつてない危機にさらされたことがあった。
There's an English website for it for the PC version, which is just it looks like just a web app version of the mobile game. See, I was under the impression that it was coming out on PlayStation. Like I swear I remember seeing an advertisement for it for PlayStation years ago. Looked absolutely beautiful. Apparently there is an RPG coming out soon. Oh mate, doggo, not now. I wasn't sure if maybe there was I thought there might have been a mobile app, but yeah. Looking forward to the next game to come out, to be honest. I just had a look on one of our phones, and there's no app on the App Store, but I'm sure there is an English website. If not, then it might just be an English website for Versus. But I don't really do mobile RPGs if I can help it. It's not really my kind of groove. So if it turns out that yeah, there will be a Granblue full-on RPG on console or whatever, I'll take that. And fighting game, I'll take that. But the mobile game's put it in the bin. It's like there's an Ys mobile game out I love East, but I'm not playing the mobile game. I had to be. I was early enough to be one of the first 1,000 to get in on it, and I was like, no, I ain't playing that. Yeah. Now, loads of people say the Fallen Archangel, so that people pronounce that two different ways. I pronounce it Belial. I've also heard it pronounced Belial. Ah, there you go. So the Japanese version is Belial. Belial? Yeah, yes, it's based on E6, yeah. Nepishtim. Nepishtim. I'm still going to go with Belial regardless, but a lot of Westerners say Belial. Belial just doesn't have that to it. That's kind of like how Zabermaul misspells Sabretooth and Darth Maul. So I'll take that. And how Divine misspells Divine for Divine. We all take these things and make them our own. Just skipped. That's just being foreign, Inky. I can't wait to watch the anime. The only downside is if you want to watch season 2, you have to watch it in Japanese. I was really actually worrying because I remember saying like no more than a couple of days ago, like Granblue didn't do very well, like versus, and so like people were worried like, you know, unless it gets rollback, it's dead, and then, you know, what's the likelihood of ever getting a sequel? And the anime got pulled as well. Didn't get a dub for season 2, so season 2 was only subbed. Then the show got pulled off of, I think it was on Netflix over here. Got pulled from Netflix. I was like, oh no, this is not looking good for Granblue. And then, bam! Fucking sequel to Versus announced like, what, a day or two ago? It might have been yesterday actually, but that's fantastic. I can't wait. And old Kizzy is like, yeah mate, even if they say it's $400, take my money. Base game, $400, take my money.
田さんに会えるんだと思っていた。でも現実は違った。私たちはこれから大きな混乱と混沌に満ちた世界に飲み込まれていくことになる。
Isn't this about all, this is another one of those broken time things, isn't it? Yeah, I think I've seen that one. I think I've seen that one. And everyone's like, oh my fucking god. I've seen someone do that with Osu as well. Is that 19? There we go, 6. I ain't jumping to 19. That'd be insanity. Straight out, just get butt fucked right on the gate. See, this game would have been great. Look, when I first saw it was coming out, I really wanted it. I really wanted it. But then, like I mentioned a couple days ago, fuck, fighting games are so expensive, and the initial cost is usually pretty high. So you're talking like $50, $60, and then you have to buy on top of that per character. I was like, fucking hell. Look, I understand people's complaints as like about the price of fighting games, because like my mate the Ward's like, oh mate, but Street Fighter is so expensive. They released like Street Fighter 4, then you know Super Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4, fucking Street Fighter 4, the fucking hand job edition, and all that kind of stuff, and like Street Fighter 5 and Champion edition and all these other editions. It's like, fucking hell, man, just give me one edition of the game. It's like, yeah, but the trouble is they because fighting games are so small and the market is so small, they have to make up money over time other ways, and you know it's brutal, but they have to do it because so many people bounce off of fighting games and that early on. Like, I'm terrible at fighting games, but I absolutely love them. But they need to make the money, but they're so expensive. And in this game's case, like for me, it was really expensive when it first came out, or it felt really expensive when it first came out. And then they started bundling on DLC characters on top of that. And then they had shit netcode, and we were stuck in the middle of a pandemic. I said, well, so we can't play online against anyone, just using shitty netcode. And it's already got a really small audience, which is getting smaller by the day because of the netcode. But yeah, like a good player in this can do someone in like 2 combos. It's fantastic. I don't have that level of execution. I haven't actually really bothered paying attention to what buttons do what, even though we've just gone through the tutorial. I've just completely ignored it all.
って確か
Yeah, this does have like a time manipulation thing going on, does it not, in the story? I'm not sure.
はい帝国が研究していた人工的な星の力のようなものです。それを利用して青少獣の力を無理に増幅して暴走させたりしていました。じゃあこの島にいるコロッサスが帝国に利用されたとしたらバルツの町は島だけじゃなくこの空域そのものが危険にさらされちゃうわ。
間違いねえ。あのデカブツが魔性の力で暴れ回るなんざ考えたくもねえ。
I really want to get as a snack box, which is a control, like a very small control for fighting games. I'd like to try that.
もうこれ以上帝国なんかに私のふるさとで好き勝手させないんだから。
おい、一人で突っ走んじゃ
If I was good enough, I'd exclusively play like RPGs and fighting games. Though that said, I could say the same thing about shooters. If I was still as good as I used to be at shooters, then I would exclusively play. But
イオが憤るのも仕方がないさ。とにかく後を追う。
予想通りコロッサスがいる地下工場も制圧されてやがんな。
くそやっぱ狙いはコロッサスかよ。
奴らだ。
I have to try and remember the dodge mechanic though.
白竜騎士団とリュミエール聖騎士団の手勢に苦戦を強いられていますが、赤髪の騎士は分断できた模様です。
赤髪の騎士か。所属は不明だが、強力な炎の剣を振るうと聞いているが。
は、かの者の炎のせいで我が軍の3割もの兵が撤退を余儀なくされております。
よし、俺たちも応援に向かうぞ。
I don't know why, but this reminds me a bit of
後方支援に回れ。
what's it called? Just type in Milestone 1 on Steam. It's a visual novel. Yeah, well, in fairness, Melty Blood's still pretty new, but it is the pricing is absolutely fucking brutal. Because I bought Melty, thinking, or the new Melty, thinking, oh yeah, I'll play a bunch of that, and I didn't. I just didn't. I have played it. What was the other one I bought recently? Oh no, Phantom, the new Phantom Breaker fighting game. Because it's got Kirisu and the lassie from, the pink-haired lassie from Chaos Head in it. But I was like, yeah, I'll play these, and then I found out they didn't have any, the Kirisu and that don't actually have a dedicated story mode, so I was like, nope.
騎士団の連合軍、帝国の他にも誰かここにいるのかな。
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's because that's the same with most fighting games, though. Like most fighting games, depending on what tier you buy, come with so if you buy the game initially, you get like season 1, right? And then, in 6 months to a year, season 2 comes out, season 3 comes out. So fuck, man. Some of these characters are like expensive. I can't remember what fighting game it was off the top of my head, but like the next season was like near enough the value of the game. But you needed to buy the characters because you needed to keep up with the you needed to learn matchups.
帝国兵の配置を確認してきたが、どうやらあちらの通路側は比較的警備が手薄なようだ。
So there's not really a lot to. There's not a lot. Well, I'm going to say this now, and it's controversial, right? There isn't really a lot to fighting games. A lot of people are like, I don't like them, but they'll happily sit there and play rhythm games. A fighting game is literally it's a rhythm game. I've been saying this for years. Like, if you can get just a little bit, you don't need a huge amount of rhythm because games are very lenient now. But you just have to find the beat, yeah, and just remember button inputs. Bam, you're done.
素早いな。さすが姉さんだぜ。
皮肉な話ではあるが、
The only trouble is fighting games fall into the pit whereby in most other games, RPGs are PvE. Shooters, a lot of cases, you can play them PvE entirely. Puzzle games, you can play PvE. But fighting games, a majority of it is going to be PvP. And people do not like getting fucking bodied, getting steamrolled in a fighting game. Or in a competitive game, full stop. So that's why you see a lot of gamers are like, nope, I'm not playing multiplayer. I'm not playing online multiplayer. That's one of the reasons why so many people get turned off by fighting games. They seem so simple, yet they have the same or more depth than any other game out there. But because people are so worried about getting bodied, they don't play.
私が先導する。ついてきてくれ。
よし、オイラたちも続こうぜ。
I haven't seen any announcements for the new Melty, to be honest. I'm still really waiting for the remake of Suki. Wow, she went all in there. Oh, mate. That was brutal.
さすがに疲れた。
I still need to play. I wanted to play original Suki on stream. I've got it. It's on it's installed on my PC. But I still can't quite get into the groove of streaming visual novels. I shouldn't really stream RPGs either because I don't read the dialogue. I let things sit on the screen long enough for other people to read, but people apparently like it when streamers read. I don't do that. So visual novels will be a complete disaster for me. I've streamed or tried to stream a couple, but hopeful remake gets put on Steam at some point. It might do. It might not. Who knows? Oh no, it's that thing. Right, so... That went a bit. Really? I couldn't have unlocked everything on that, surely. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, hang on. Oh no, the wife is coming. It's moving at speed. Thank you, Inky. Ah, must be a box for Inky. Box, yeah. Hmm? How's the print? That looks good in a print. That looks fine. Cool. So it looks what we got here. Can't ever get properly into the groove of stories using traditional VN style unless they're voiced. So you need to have... So you're saying if the game doesn't have a voiceover track of any kind, you just switch off. Is that like the case with every VN? Because I know that in many cases a lot of VNs aren't voiced from start to finish. Like you get key lines of dialogue are voiced and then the rest of it's blank. Does that mean that you switch off? Like you'll catch the first bit and then maybe the next 3 paragraphs you slowly start to zone, or? Did that just rescale the text, or did my eyes just skip?
制圧ついでに秘密の少女も返してもらうぞ。
いずれにせよ穏便に済ませることはできないようだな。
ここを通してもらう。
Wow, preemptive strike.
Quest clear.
恐ろしい
修行が必要だな。
I understand that. I understand that completely, Pixel. See, here's the funny thing. When I was in high school, and you have to understand, fuck, mate, I feel so old saying this. That was a long time ago, right? I finished high school in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I played a lot of visual novels back then. You didn't get voiced visual novels really back then. And I played tons of them over and over and over again. As time has gone on, though, I struggle with visual novels. I really struggle. I think what was the last one I probably played through from start to finish? Like, traditional visual novel, Divi Dead? Maybe? I played that one through. And then if you look at, like, kind of jokey visual novels, like the Sakura series, I played a couple of those. The Safe for Work Neko Pares. But like, they're not big VNs like, say, Snow, Divi, Tsuki, Steins Gate. As you get to the newer stuff, I really struggle. I've got like a couple where I've just let them sit on my PC. Like, I'll sit there and I'll be reading them and I'll be playing them, and they're pretty fun, you know. The stories are stupid goofy, the artwork's kind of nice, the UI's janky as fuck because visual novel UI hasn't really changed any in a million years. But I'm like, it'll say like, oh, you played it for like 20 hours. I was like, I haven't. I've probably played it for like 4, and I've let it sit on my PC for 16 hours. Which is terrible, because that really gets on my nerves, because I don't like extended playtime. That's one of my OCD kind of things. It's not really OCD, but like, I hate it when a game says, oh, you've played it for 100 hours, but I don't like that clock counting up if I'm not actually playing. If that makes sense. But yeah, I do struggle. I wouldn't go as far as to compare it as like base reading a book. I would still rather play a visual novel than read a book. But I get your groove. I kind of get what you're saying.
カラッサスでもあれって
なんか様子が違うな。まがまがしくなってるっつうか。
But then I do like to read. But then I think the problem I have these days as well with visual novels, much actually like with a lot of games, is I don't get enough time uninterrupted. And when I'm gonna play a game, read a book, or whatever, I have to sit and do it. Like I have to be able to like sit and put in say more than half an hour of reading or half an hour of playing. If I'm gonna get interrupted in say half an hour to an hour's time, I won't even bother starting. It's like all the times I stream, it's like, right, you gotta run to the door, you gotta let the dog out, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It's like, I might as well not even bother. Because if I get interrupted part way, I just forget what I was doing, and then just entire pieces of like, I don't know, game mechanics or story, lore, whatever, just go straight in the bin. It's the same with guitar. Like if I can't sit down and play, say, 3 or 4 songs back to back, I don't really like playing it at all. Like if you can't get past that warm-up stage to get your brain engaged and to get your fingers going at the same time, what's the point? I can't think of the word for it, but there's like a mental state where you're just kind of... Autopiloting sounds really negative, but like where you get to that point where you're in that flow state, where it's just happening. You know, you're in that groove. That's where I want to get. If I can't get there, I'm not even gonna bother. I don't like even playing.
私コロッサスに語りかけてみます。もしかしたらアレスの時のように声が聞こえるかも。
I've been trying to figure out where I've heard a bunch of these voice actors from as well. I haven't looked it up. So.
この青い光は一体。
あの巨人が光り出したようであります。帝国が何かしようとしているのかもしれません。
我ら連合軍はコロッサスを有する帝国軍相手に一進一退の状態だ。まさかここで何か切り札を。
あそこで同じく青い光を放っているものが。
シャルロッテ殿、俺はあっちの大将に向かう。ここを頼めるか。
させるであります。
Oh great, here we go.
お願い、殺さず。
Get in there, Gran.
どうなの？コロッサスの声は聞こえる？ダメです。魔性の力が邪魔をしていて、もう少し近づけば。
動くな、お前たち。
Just slide in.
その子、帝国の機密の少女だな。聞くところによれば、聖少獣を刺激する力を持つのだ。帝国がコロッサスを使って何をしようとしているのか想像がついたぞ。機密の少女の力を使い、聖少獣を軍事利用しようというのだ。そんなことはさせない。
Oh Christ.
待て、ルリアは私たちは帝国ではない。
待ってください、カタリナさん。なんだか様子がおかしい。
あれは
Just kick him in the nuts, that'll put him down.
立ちふさがれというのなら
Wait, so who's being controlled by what? Is the Colossus being controlled by one of them things, or is it just the Knights being controlled by it, or are all three of them being controlled by it, or what?
戦うしかない。悪竜騎士団団長ランスロット、参る。
Shove your white dragons up your bung, son.
帝国に組みする者たち、コロッサスの元へは行かせないぞ。ここは僕に任せて。
気をつけてください。頼んだぜ、相棒。
It's funny because he dual wields like how I do in Legendary Tales. Watch out, Grant. Oh! Oh, I should have kept my special. Keep the pressure on. Oh, I've missed it, I've missed! Damn it! Missing sucks balls.
恐ろしい相手だ。
Yeah!
い出したみたいだぜ。姉さんの時と同じっぽいな。
When everything sounds like a Digimon.
なんて真似を。君たち、それもルリアを敵と疑い、剣を向けるなと。
ランスロット殿、実は私も同じだったんだ。今この空域で何かが起きている。
I'll tell you something, right? There's something about voice acting, especially dub voice acting, right? But over the years, it's like you hear the same voices in absolutely everything, but there's times when you're like, I have no idea who that is. But then you think, there's hundreds, thousands of voice actors out there, but maybe only you hear like the same 15 or 20 people in everything. You're like, oh my god, really? How do you get into this business? It must be brutal.
なぜそんなことに。にわかには信じがたいが。
But then you just go like I did. Blanket racist statement. Everyone sounds the same. Hey Doc. Brunette. Oh yeah, Catalina. I don't like her outfit at all, because from, you see where under her rack it kind of, it's got the point down towards the, I think that's blue. It's too, there's no line down that. Like, I think that would look better if it had a line going down it or something. Look, if you look on Lancelot, his plate has a line going right down the middle of it. That. She needs that to join up the... It doesn't look right to me being that smooth. See, goddamn voice actors. I'm trying to remember who the dude was who did the voice of Toriko. Like, I hear him in everything, but my head just defaults to Toriko. I love Toriko. I'm just really knocked they only did 50 episodes of it. Well, 50 episodes dubbed, because I really, really, really liked the dub of Toriko. See, I've got this thing, like I mentioned it in another stream, Pixel, where I'm the same with actors. I don't know actors, I know characters. That's something that has started to change in recent history, but like, I don't know, you could pick a famous actor or artist or whatever and I'd go, I don't know who that is. Do you know that character? Yes. And I associate them with characters, not like who they are kind of thing. So I never learn people's names. It's the same with bands, right? I don't give a shit who is in a band. Although I will say, vocals, you change vocals, that really gets on my tits. But everything else, you can just swap out as and when. You know, guitar tones can be copied. Bass tones can be copied. Vocals, not so much. So I never really pay attention to who is in a cast. Like I don't put a seal of quality on yeah, unless it's Dio. I don't know. I prefer Dio and Dio, to be honest. Here we go again. Jesus, she went all in on that shield guy. I don't need to, but... Go on, hit. Yes. I wasn't even paying attention to Gran getting his ass kicked, and I was like, "Oh hey, look at all the shiny shit happening on screen." Well, no, but like what I'm saying is like Pixel, like when a bunch of people like they look for. So I did this back in the day when I was younger. If I wanted to find other bands of a similar style, I'd go, okay, I like Stormtroopers to death. who are in Stormtroopers. So I used to go to a place called bnrmetal.com, and they literally had it was a music database. And so I type in Stormtroopers of Death, and I'd list all the band members and every band that every other member had been in, and I'd go, okay, I'll listen to them, I'll listen to them, I'll listen to them, and see what I liked, right? When it comes to anime and that, though, I've never done that. I've never looked up actors, actresses, whatever. Never done it. Never done it. Or, like, I've never gone, so-and-so was in this film, so I'm going to watch this one. Because they'll be playing a completely different character, doing something completely different from the thing that I liked before. And so I've just never bothered to... I don't give a shit about who the actor is. Because acting is a lot more than just the person in front of the camera. Same with voice acting, really. Like, if the director is shit, then... Although, actually, I will say that's not entirely true. The dude who does the voice of Vash the Stampede, pretty much anything he's been in has been fantastic.
確かにまるで協力関係にでもあるかのようなまっすぐな敵意を感じる。僕らへの敵意。こっちだ。秘密の少女がいたぞ。
秘密の少女がいればコロッサスをより有効に操れる。必ず捕まえろ。
これではコロッサスに近づけないな。一気に突破するぞ。
Yeah, let's cut our way through. I like that. It's my kind of strat. My kind of strat. Oh shit, Goblin. Yeah. Is that it? No. What's she aimed for? That was terrible.
頑張ったなお疲れ
Quest clear.
さすがにしたな。
See the reason I'm doing the double support skill thing, just so I remember to do it. It's gonna be like the Dragon Ball fighters, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, whatever. It's gonna be like that, where the campaign mode, the story mode, the single player mode is just literally mash the X button over and over and over again, you win. Please, Colossus, don't be such an asshole.
こっちだ。援軍を回せ。秘密の少女を確保するんだ。
たくしつこいやつらだぜ
ここを切り抜けてコロッサスのそばに近づこう。
好きにはさせず。まずったか。抵抗する。相手になった。
さあどうした？
Okay, so double quarter circle forwards was the special, just like if you were doing Street Fighter Supers. Oh shit. I feel sorry for that poor guy there. He just got completely murdered. And it's great. Not great for him, mind, but... Pixel, really you should probably be making like, you know, those YouTube videos where people break down like characters and story arcs and all that kind of stuff. You should probably be doing that. Just saying.
もう少しでコロンサスのそばにたどり着きそうだぜ。
The trouble is, even if I know the voice actors, my brain just goes, I remember something else you were in, but for some reason your name is just completely disintegrated. Like I say, the geese who did the voice for Vash the Stampede, fucked if I can remember his name. Although right now I'm drawing a blank on other anime he's been in too. But when he started doing anime voice acting, that's when dubs started getting good.
連合軍大将片翼か。
I struggle to go through subs these days because subs mean I actually have to be able to pay attention, and in my house, with the amount of fucking noise going on, the idea that you can sit and focus on a set of subtitles on screen, it's just not going to happen.
そこな青い髪の少女は聖少獣を刺激するという帝国の機密の少女でありますね。
So a dub that you can just kind of halfway focus on, like halfway listen to, that's pretty much as good as it's going to get in my house. The idea that I got to watch Bochi the Rock, 12 episodes of that, was, oh my god, it was a miracle.
帝国の切り札とはこの少女であり
I mean, let's put it this way, in the time it took us to watch, was it 20... How many episodes is Beck? 24 or 26? In the time it took us to watch up until the last 2 episodes of Beck, we watched most of it we watched it in Japanese. But because of interruptions, it just kept longer and longer and longer, and it just felt like we weren't ever going to finish the series. And then we got access to the dub, and we were just like, fuck it. Oh, hang on, what the hell? Why is the TV's just turned over? No. I'm just going down an inky. There's a remote just turned over my telly. Oh, I've just lost sound. We've just lost video. Are we back? Oh, please tell me the sound's still working. Right, where was that thing you just made the telly go? Because that's going to annoy me now. What happens when TV remotes get left on the sofa for whatever reason. There. You can get out of the way, you piece of shit. Did it.
待ってください。
Nah, Dark could always have a bigger crown than that. It's probably a rod that goes right up our ass.
シャレだってと彼らは敵じゃない。
They aren't our enemies, they are now.
ロット殿まさかこれはリュミエールを陥れる帝国とフェードラックの作戦。
But just as a note, who the hell, I will say, Naruto, dub, who the hell could stomach that? Well, in fairness, who the hell could stomach fucking Naruto? Jesus. That was, that was a bit.
違う。帝国は敵だ。
Okay, you know what? I've realised I can't watch many of the big anime. Naruto, Bleach, Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, One Piece.
見損なったであります。
Boss fight. It's kind of hard not to look down on you. You're about fucking 10 feet shorter than we are. Please tell me that hit. Break the little fuck. There you go. Oh, fuck, I missed it again! Wow. That was, intense. Shiny. Oh no, bad things happen.
ルリア殿、自分は
よかった。正気に戻ってくれた。俺もシャルロッテ殿も何者かの術中にはまり、記憶を改ざんされていたようだ。
どういうことでありますか？何者かとは帝国ではないでありますか？
わからない。だが一つ確かなことがある。それは我らが連合軍を結成した理由、帝国が聖少獣コロッサスを使い脅威を振りまこうとしていること。
No, I get that groove. I get that groove. I can't remember what was one of there was a show we went through a while back, and I was looking at the subs, and I was like, this must be, these subtitles do not match up with what they're saying. And like I said, I can't remember what it was. I was like, the subs must have, the subs must have been done for the dub of it or something, because the shit I'm reading isn't what they're saying. Not even close. And like, there was this random thing where this character says this thing, and I'm like, what they just said means this. That's not what that subtitle says there. So at this point, we might as well just be checking out the dub, right? But no, I get the groove, because we've discussed before that there were some translation issues with Chaos and Steins and stuff like that. Sometimes I will overlook it. I'll just let it go. That's what happens when teams get hold of this kind of shit. Other stuff I get really raggy with. Like Steins Gate, in the case of Steins Gate, the Steins Gate Chaos Head, Robotics Notes, that kind of stuff. It's like, look, we fucking got it. We got it in the end. Just let it go, you know? Some people are just really fucking lazy. Or you'll have different translators work on each part of the project. But sometimes it fucking infuriates me, especially when the bits that are mistranslated eventually become fucking massive memes. Like, the original version is a huge meme. And it's like, so how could this thing be so popular, so well known, and yet completely missed in translation? Yeah, like, all the memes are translated correctly, if you get what I mean. It's not a meme because it's mistranslated, but somehow is still completely overlooked. It's like there are translation issues, aren't there, with the with Chaos Head, the new Chaos Head, or the current release of Chaos Head. It's like, fuck, man, I'll just take it. It could be completely wrong, but it was released, so I'll just go through it, and in my head I'll correct the bits that I understand, or like I'll put the pieces together between translations. But being an interpreter, or being a translator, must be a fucking nightmare of a job, though. Because all the little, oh fuck me, this reminds me of it's not is it Gundam Battle Assault? Ow. Oh, Gran! No! I should have backed off. Whoops. First time for everything. Wow, a fucking... Wow. I was gonna say it fails a C in this. Damn. Now, I think I might kind of understand that one though, Pixel, about the whole delete speak thing. I kind of get that. I kind of get that. Um, because leets. So here's the trick. People don't like the way I used to spell my old username, right? My old username was written in leet speak, but there are so many people these days that are like, ugh, leet speak. Oh my god, that is such a cringy, nerdy, not even real gamer poser thing to do. It's like, but back when I used to play PC games back in the 90s, everyone typed in leet speak. Everyone typed in leet. But over the last 20 years, that's not so much of a thing. So I can understand where people will go, now it's really cringe. You get what I mean? Yeah. Alright, back off.
笑だったか？
Quest clear.
さすがに疲れ
Yeah, dude, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you that it should have been translated. Yes, it would have been normal for the time, but then if you say such and such would have been normal for the time, I have noticed that folks these days aren't particularly comfortable with for the time. Treating something that happened, you know, decades ago, by the standards of the time, is a very foreign concept for people. Oh my god, what do you mean they said this and it was completely normal? That's disgusting now, therefore evil. You know what I mean? I mean, to actually, to Pixel, to use logic and reason, to ask someone to use logic and reason these days is completely fucking... that is out there.
届きました。声。コロサスの声も聞こえます。わかったよね。もう安心して。コロサス。
People tend to look through things with a very current lens isn't the word for it. Biased lens, maybe. Ideologically narrow lens. That's a bit of a mouthful. But you get what I'm saying? It's like we isn't it just as a roundabout thing, not necessarily tied into a translation here, but like there are a lot of people these days who will claim to be very open-minded. However, they are generally very open-minded when it comes to things that fit in their very... They tend to box in their vision with a very narrow ideology, and yet still claim to be open-minded. Yet if anything comes in from the sides, they lose their shit. Not the best way of explaining it, but does that make any sense? So same within this case of the translation. They have looked at it with a very modern day lens and gone, that's cringe. And so rather than trying to explain it, they've done exactly as you say. They've gone, ugh, phew, I'm not going to bother. Because most people these days would just think that's cringe too. But then that you lose a lot of context, a lot of nuance. But then people, as I say, people tend to go very linear on this kind of stuff. So, you know, you could say, well, this person said or did or didn't do this thing. They are the fucking devil, without taking into context the things going around that perhaps at the same time that limited their choices, options, actions. You know? Yeah. So instead of looking at it as it is, what does it mean to be a man, or in the case of the lassie, or what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be feminine and all that kind of stuff? And in the case of the lassie, like, you know, does it really matter what is considered a man's job if you are capable of doing said job or whatever? We have to take we have to put our modern lens on it and go, well, what that subtly means is boop. And it's like, that's not true. It's not true. That's what they want it to be because they want to push their own narrative, but that's not necessarily what it means. Like now, and I'm gonna have this debate, and my mate the wall to be fucking jumping up and down and cheering at this point, because we often have these random discussions, right? But like, these days, a young boy can't just be experimenting with things. They have to be gay, or they have to be trans. And in some cases, let's say they were just gay, they can't just be gay, they actually have to be trans. It's like, but why do they have to be trans? Why can't they just be gay? Or why can't someone just be an effeminate male? Just a guy who likes feminine things, you know? And why is it wrong to gender things these days? Does that seem weird? Am I making any sense, or am I just talking shit? I don't know if I've quite covered the bases there, but... Because when I was younger, there were so many things you could say that you just can't say these days. And we were taught, back when I was a kid, that, you know, you can do anything you want. Practice, be good at it, do it. You know? It didn't matter what you did, how you did it, how you felt. This is the kind of the way it is, and you don't judge people for the way they are. But now, my children, as an example, are being told they have to change the way things are to fit the way people are. Like, for example, when I was a kid, there was no race. No one gave a shit if you were gay. Or race wasn't made a big deal out of. No one gave a shit if you were gay. You know, all this different stuff, and no one tiptoed around it or anything like that. You know, if your mate was gay, your mate was gay. You know, if you had a fucking, if there was a dude who liked My Little Pony, who gives a shit? If there was a chick who liked had short hair, flannel, and liked fucking skateboarding and listening to heavy metal, no one thought anything about it. These days, and these are like really stupid examples, right? But these days, there always has to be some kind of ulterior motive behind it. There has to be something else going on. It's like, that's not true, you know? Like these days, if you have a short attention span, you have to have ADHD. Or if you get nervous in social situations, you have to be autistic. It's like, that's not fucking true. So one of my mates was adamant that because he wasn't very good at maths, or because he didn't like maths, he was like, I've got ADHD. And I was like, fuck, stop. Yeah. Well, there you go. You've pretty much nailed it in a nicer way. It's not the game trying to sweep their identities under the rug. It's them actually facing them and realizing they don't need to force themselves to be in situations unpleasant to them. Yeah, for sure. Just do, that's the groove, isn't it? Just do you. Just be you. So So when people have said to me or asked me before, talking about this whole like this modern day thing, like, what if one of my sons started showing kind of gay traits? Like, what if your son was gay? And I was like, man, fuck, what would I care? Like, my son could be a fucking traveling minstrel for all I give a shit. Like, whatever they do to be happy, just be themselves. Oh, well, what if your son came home with a, I don't know, 2 foot tall Asian dwarf, transsexual dwarf, or what? I don't fucking know. I was like, well, what do I care? Like, it's not my fucking problem, is it? As long as no one's getting hurt, or no one's getting manipulated, or whatever, just let people be. It's when people start getting kind of hurt, abused, manipulated into doing or being something that they're not comfortable with, or being told that the only way they'll be comfortable is by going down XYZ path. Fucking take that and fucking burn it. Get rid of it. That kind of mentality needs to fuck right off. The only way you'll ever feel comfortable with yourself is to do this. The only way that you'll be able to get on in life is to be that. Fuck that right off. You know, maybe that's just my grief. Because realistically, when you look at it, everything's problematic. Everything is problematic depending on what lens you view it under or view it through. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Divine, you know the groove. People are cunts. That's it. That sounds just like this conversation I had with Stewie earlier. And I said to Stewie, like, don't point the finger at any one particular group and say it's those people that do this or that, when we're just as guilty of doing the same thing but under different circumstances. You know what I mean? You know. A little bit, bless him. You know, not to talk about 3D because I had this rant at him, but it's like saying, what was the one thing he said that kind of I really laid into him, so I have to apologise. If 3D's watching this, which I doubt he is, if he is, say hi 3D. Yeah, I proper launched at him. He really fucking ragged me off this morning. What was it he said? It was like, you know, people working in, customers who go to McDonald's and leave the place a state. You know, it's all these spoilt brat children that fucking live off the bank of mum and dad, who have no respect for anything or anyone, just making other people's jobs difficult. And I was like, hang on a minute. You and I have both done similar-ish things. Not the thing that he's talking about specifically, but like if you're saying to make someone else's job, yeah, it's all subjective. Right? If you're talking about making someone else's job difficult because you feel like an entitled asshole, well, how about breaking something because it's too old and you want to claim on the insurance? You are doing it because you feel entitled because you've paid the insurance So you're going to go out of your way to give someone else more work or make their job more awkward, right? Or you go out on the lash with your mates and you get so shit-faced you end up clogging up their accident and emergency because you've, I don't know, passed out in a pool of your own vomit or got hit by a car or whatever it is that you've done, you know? You've decided to OD on painkillers or whatever after you've drank a fucking bottle of vodka. Whilst not quite the same thing as far as what is more extreme than the other, they're all basically people being entitled assholes. You do it because you want to and because you can, not because you're thinking of the end result in the bigger picture. So many people, as like I was just saying to Pixel, so many people say they're open-minded, but they're usually open-minded as long as they can view things through the narrow lens of their preferred ideology. Oh mate, treat the universe like you treat the sea, with respect. You have no control, only around on the little bit that you're involved in, and even then it's very minimal control because there are so many external forces working against the thing that you're trying to prop up. And what's the thing? If you're when you're stood on top of the mountain trying to defend the castle, you spend so much time trying to defend it that it's exhausting rather than actually enjoying it. So realistically, just go with it. You know? As long as you're not hurting anyone else. I mean, fuck, man. Persona 4 is like how old? But I guess this is the same thing, actually, Pixel, if you think about it. If people were to remaster TV shows from when I was a kid, actually a lot of TV shows from when I was a kid, a load of stuff has had to be cut out because they're like, nope, that doesn't fit with today's views or the modern narrative. You can't say that. You can't do that. This character or that character can't be that way. And it's like, oh man, really? Like, but it's just because it's been fine for decades, right? And then all of a sudden they bring it into the light of the current day, and then a whole new audience looks at it and goes, eh. It's like all those people talking about, was it Metallica? Metallica were in that show that Polaroid is all over. Stranger Things, is it? Fucking Metallica was on that, so a whole new audience, a whole new generation of kids gets into Metallica, or they get into Metallica, and then they find all this stuff from like Metallica in the 80s, like the fucking Salute and the Iron Cross and stuff like that, and it's like, oh fucking hell. Or Dimebag Darrell dropping the N-bomb. It's like, it was different back then. He wasn't saying it in... Context is key here. And I'm not saying it's right to just drop an N-bomb or, you know, throw out the Nazi salute or whatever. But you really do have to, as we've discussed earlier, you have to look at the time. What was the context? You can't look at it through the modern lens and say, this is how things are now. So we will judge then as we do now, if that makes any sense. Like, things weren't the same back in the day. Like, they would have done the same thing, judged things like, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years earlier with their current lens. But their standards were normal for this time, kind of thing, or that time. Yeah, because I think Dimebag dropped an N-bomb over this, like, this, I think this white kid was talking to him, and so they went to give him like, can this kid play? But instead of saying like, can this kid play, he tossed in the N-bomb instead of kid or guy or dude or whatever, using it as like a synonym for something else. Synonym, is that the right word I'm looking for? The entire point of Persona 4 is facing yourself and not deluding yourself with half-truths. But we live in a world of half-truths now. Yeah, it's all basically a series of facing your demons kind of groove, isn't it? You know, like looking, staring down your flaws and looking at the bigger picture and becoming a better person because of it. That's the way it should be, Divine. Yeah. So for context, Pixel and I were talking about dodgy translations, and we were talking about how Leet speak in this translation, instead of actually explaining why this character is talking in like 90s Leet speak, they just called it cringe in the translation. And Pixel was like, dude, that is such a uh, um, not abuse of your job. You're basically neglecting your job to translate this thing, right? Like, there's a lot more to this than your modern day view of saying this thing is cringe, right? Because I get it. Like, loads of people are going to look at how we dressed in like the early 2000s and the 90s and how we spoke and acted in the 80s and 90s and that and go, man, look at those fucking guys, totally cringe, right? But if you don't explain what that is, you lose um, a lot of details just kind of get rubbed over, and that's why we were talking about context and nuance and all this other stuff. That there's loads of stuff that people just don't. We just rub over it these days. We just wash over it. You know, but they said or they did XYZ thing. It's like, yes, but if you widen your view, why is it like that? When did it become like that? What was it like back then? Was it more normal back then? Is that a back then thing? Instead of going modern lens, hyper focused, and then, you know, white out. Pixel, have I done? Was that okay? Was that a fair? It's like, I can't stand the idea that there are things that are now written down, things in just raw text, or like song lyrics, or comedy sketches, right? There are certain things that you now can't, depending on who you are, you can't say them, right? As a fan of Richard Pryor, I cannot name like 3 of Richard Pryor's albums. I'm not allowed to say them. Right? Because of the color of my skin, or the shade of my skin, I am not allowed to tell you what those albums were called. Just look up Richard Pryor and look up discography and you'll very quickly see what the albums are, but I'm not allowed to actually say them. If there's a song with certain words or certain themes in them, certain people are now told they are not allowed to say them. To me, that is absolute bullshit. If you don't want people to say something, don't write it down. Don't put it in a story, don't put it in a song. Just don't fucking do it. Don't expect people to self-censor. Oh, mate, it's all over the place. Love it.
それなのに突然各地を制圧し始め、バルツだけでもあれほど戦力を投入することなどできるはずがない。
That was a different time back then, Divine. It's a different time.
ではあの兵らは一体どこから？
They came from a different time and a different place. See, I'm tying it into the story. Time travel. We're gonna say time travel? Oh, logic can go right out the window, game. Look at that. Just put it in the bin. No one else uses logic or reason. Just fucking table flip. Blitzkrieg. Done. Game on.
師匠も無事で安心したけど、本当はもうちょっと街の様子を見ておきたかったな。
But yeah, what I was basically saying is, if you start looking for issues, problems, if you start looking for prejudice, you know, all that racism, sexism, ableism, if you start looking for it using a very hyper-focused lens, a very narrow viewpoint, a very strict ideology, you will find it absolutely everywhere. Because anything that disagrees with that narrow viewpoint, anything that goes slightly off the path, can then be misconstrued as one of the things that you're looking for. And I hate that. I hate that about today. Anyway. Actually, you know what? I've just realised I've just gone and drank like loads and loads of coffee and I'm about to piss myself. So I'm going to be back in a second, alright? I'm sorry. Ta-da!
ユニエール帝国からも支援は惜しまないのであります。
よかった。これでもう
I don't actually know how long this is supposed to be story-wise. I doubt it's going to be like Guilty Gear Strive, where you get a 3-hour animated film for the story.
他も同じようなことになってたらたまったもんじゃねえからな。
そうだな。私が言うのもなんだが、帝国が再びルリアを狙っているのは明らかだ。
帝国の連中以外にも襲われちまってるしな。一体何が起きてんだ。
Oh, mate, Sekiro's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing eventually. It's like all that time I've put off doing Neo as well. I desperately need to finish though, Sonic, Digimon, and then I guess I'll fire back up Neo. So, Divine, have you beaten some bosses that you haven't streamed? Because didn't you say you've beaten the cat boss or whatever the other night? Or maybe I misheard you. Hang on. Mate, you're miles ahead of me. I don't even know what level I am. I've still got to. No, I think I re-downloaded Neo recently. I'm desperately hoping that my oh fuck's sake! I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm desperately hoping right now that my save is transferred over, but then I don't remember where I was at all. I'm still on island 1 of 3, I think. I think I'm on island 1 of 3. And it's like and the same with Digimon. I don't know how far I am on Digimon either. It's just, oh my god, I don't know.
無茶をしなければいいが。
なーに心配いらねえよ。ああ見えて意外と冷静な面もある。
Oh, I did Big Boy Barry twice. The guy on the boat. So the thing is, I just won't do the you know where you have the 2-player thing. I won't do that. I won't do the people bundling on the bosses, because to me that just seems like cheese. That's an easy way to end up under level. There's got to be I swear though, Divine, there's got to be a bucket of mechanics that we're missing in that game that are making it harder than it should be.
でもやっぱりイオちゃんが心配です。早く見つけないと。
I think yeah, I think the cave with the, was it the wasp woman? I don't remember. That was the, like, I've already done like 2 or 3 bosses, man. Purple name? It's funny because depending on what chat window I look at, they're all different colours.
帝国兵に見つからないよう慎重に探そう。
ところでよ、帝国の目的はコロッサスだけなのか？
まだ明確にはわからないが、帝国軍の動きから察するにそれだけではなさそうだな。
ファータグランで最大級の工業国家が誇る鉱物資源にコロッサスを有するファクトリー。さしずめ各地にちょっかいを出す足がかりとして軍需を満たすってさこか。
この島に手を出したのはそんなところで。
イオちゃんの声です。あっちから聞こえました。
いいよ、無事か。
RPing on a video game, that's brave. That tends to go to dark places very quickly from what I understand, mate. Yeah, Tower Records. That was either Tower Records or the lassie who went fucking psycho because of a manga novel. Oh, Red Dead can get in the bin. I don't think I'll be doing Hacker's Memory. I did the same thing with Shine and Resonance Refrain. I got through the main part of it, and then there's like this the secondary bit, and I just ignored the secondary bit. I'll save the secondary bit for like another time.
作戦を変更する。散開し、例の気球弾を包囲。
Bless those Imperial soldiers.
周囲を警戒してくれ。奴らは私が引き受ける。
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you get us all dying light?
帝国の目当ては依然としてルリアか。しかし私はもう決して間違いを犯さない。ルリアは私が守る。そしてみんなと空の果てを目指すんだ。
Yeah, I'll have to play that at some point, Doc. Oh, Christ. Oh no, I'm playing as someone that ain't Gran. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, I have to wait for that to recharge. Come on. I love that. Oh, your gauge is ready. No, it isn't, because I've just wasted it. Okay. I didn't catch what it was it wanted me to do there because I weren't paying attention. That's what I was going for. I don't know if that was supposed to just be a straight brawl at the end, but whatever. Oh, I'll definitely do it at some point, Pixel. Just at the rate I'm going through it, I'll probably be playing Digimon until the day I die. This one's reminding me of one you had on Vita. Wouldn't happen to be the one with the boobage sorcerer, would it? And the dwarf, and the one that's done by Platinum? Dragon's Crown? Yeah, see, fucking nailed it. My brain may be broken, I may have brain damage, but sometimes it works. Oh, don't you be telling people that, Divine, otherwise people will start fucking treating me like the encyclopedia. That's your job. Hey, do you remember that guy from that film with the thing in it? And the guy that does the stuff, the other stuff in it? Fuck! That was something I wanted to write down the other day. So, I thought of a random show. I remembered it off the top of my head. And I was like, yeah, that was pretty good. What was that called? And my brain kind of went, ding. That's what it was called. That's what this reminds you of. You should watch that. That's pretty fun. And fucking I didn't write it down, did I? And so now I can't even... I don't even remember what the fuck it was. I was like, oh no. I don't even remember what it was that triggered off the memory to watch the thing. No, I ain't got a clue. Last couple of days have been really fuzzy, man. Like, not sleeping, and that has made me really fuzzy. Oh, mate. Fucking next you'll be saying that it involved Pat Sharp. No, I ain't got a clue, man. I ain't got a clue. Look, I'm still trying to figure out what that anime is, where they're in like a posh school and it turns out there's a serial killer and it's like there's this art gallery thing, statue, sneak out, basement. I don't know. My stupid old man head just can't words. Oh, I just pressed the button to go back in. Let's be fair, my character is OP as fuck for anything that I'm doing here. Game show? No, don't be doing no game show, son. I ain't begotten time to be watching no game shows. Remind me to get the second season of this. No, that was probably another anime. Honestly, mate, I really don't remember. That was like something that came up at like 5 AM like a couple of days ago. I was just talking to Inky about something, and then there was something on the telly that she was watching, which a series of events happened in that thing that I don't remember what it was. What I'm going to have to do is just get really drunk one day and just go on an anime binge, and I'm sure I'll find it then. And then because I'm drunk, I'll forget all about it anyway, so... Probably a random fucking hentai or some shit, I don't know. I know that one of the things that cropped up was Kite Angel of Death, but it was Kite Angel of Revenge. I don't know how that came up into that cropped up recently. I don't remember why. Really Curly can get in the bin. No, I think Corpse Party's too new. I went and completely missed something I actually want to look at then. Where the fuck? Just give me a sec, guys. Sorry. Let's have a quick look for Corpse Party, just to see if I recognise it. Other than the game on Steam. No. More than 4 episodes. Where did I see that title? No, it wasn't Angels of Death, it was Angel of. That was a subtitle.
我らのフェードラフ近辺に石膏が現れて警戒していたところで、今回のこのバルツの騒乱だ。それら全てはここ数日の出来事だ。兵の数はとてつもないが、何者がどこで指揮を執っているのか。
そういや、今戦ってんのはあんたが率いてる白竜騎士団だけじゃないよな。
そうだ。リュミエール聖国の聖騎士団と連合軍を結成し、ことに当たっていた。
Well, I've just looked up Angels of Death. No, I haven't seen that. And just from the head photo of the Wikia, no. Let's say I haven't. So I've had 2 big gaps in anime. And my first big comeback was when Sword Art Online came out. Sword Art Online, Log Horizon, that kind of stuff came out. Now I took another massive gap up until recent history. So anything that's come out in between, I haven't seen it. And frankly, given the popular anime of the days, it's mostly shit. There's probably maybe 1 or 2 good anime per year. It's like, was it last year there were only 2 anime I properly got into that I can remember. My Dress Up Darling and Bocchi the Rock. Everything else was just yeah, but don't you want to watch like season 3 of Mob Psycho, or the latest One Piece, or Black Clover, or no, not really. What about Chainsaw Man? No. I would rather rub my testicles with a leprosy covered cheese grater. Oh, the old school muscle. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I've not binged anime Pixel since I was, well, like I said to you earlier, like since I was in high school. Same with visual novels. I'd just sit there and I'd watch anime, go through visual novels and that kind of stuff.
だが引き下がるわけにはいかない。カタリナ殿やグランたちの加勢はとても心強いよ。
Oh fuck, could that have been it? Inky and I were watching Criminal Minds until early hours of the morning, and a scenario happened in one of the episodes that reminded me of something else I watched, but for the life of me now I can't remember what it was. Oh well.
それに加えてゴブリンに魔物との乱戦か。盛り上がるね。
ここは俺が一掃する。二人はグランの方に加勢を。
I really struggle with a lot of stuff these days that I used to like a lot when I was a kid.
任せるぜランスロット。
彼らと再会して勇気が湧いてきた。ここを突破し、何としてもコロッサスと帝国を止めてみせる。
Oh, we're the same, Pixel. We're the same. But like I say earlier, like we can't binge anymore. Because as I say, I've got this thing where I have to get into a mindset where I have to be in a zone. So when I'm playing a game, I have to be in a zone to play the game. If it's likely that I'm going to get interrupted before I get to that point, I don't watch. Like yesterday, we were trying to watch, the wife and I were trying to watch Scooby, was it? Or Scoob, or whatever, one of the new, or somewhat new Scooby-Doo films. And we must have got interrupted like 4, 5, 6 times throughout the course of what, a 2-hour film? Or an hour and a half film. It's like, yeah, there's no point even watching this. Is that the door? Hang on. Like that. So look, if I'm watching an anime and if I'm made to get up. What's that meme? The whole people are like, oh yeah, fucking, you know, the moment you sit down to do something is the moment that everyone turns up and needs you. So they didn't need you all day, but the moment you sit down to do something is the moment that everyone needs your attention. Excellent miss there, son. Yeah, I'm supposed to be... There you go, the gauge is full, I've just used it. It's just supposed to be teaching me the moves for the character that I'm not going to use. I will say one thing I am liking about this so far is I'm not seeing characters that have, oh look, it's a charge character. Hey look, it's Guile or Chun-Li or thank fuck. Oh shit, it's 2 o'clock. Oh, let's see if I can quickly finish this chapter. Life always gets in the way of a good time, mate. It's every fucking day. Every day. Even if I say, like, I don't know, 6 weeks in advance, right? I'm not available this time on this day. Fucking, I don't care what's going on. Figure it out for yourselves, and there will still be a way for everything to go wrong on that day at that time. Primal Beasts. Another tutorial. Yeah, let's just mash our way through these next few bits. Ooh, that's a tough one, Pixel. Have you done that kind of stuff before? Because I've had an experience with that kind of thing before. Me personally, given the option, I'd say no.
二人とも大きな騎士団の団長だものね。信頼できる部下がいるってことね。何より話に聞くところの黒い結晶という存在、とても危険に思えます。
Ah, fair that. I was gonna say, game I did that last. I did that for was Guild Wars 2, and they changed a bunch of character models and stuff between beta and final release, and some story stuff got changed, and I fucking hated it. I liked what I played in the beta. I hated what they did in the actual release.
消えたはずのエルステ帝国が活動していることも気になる。
そうよね。どうして今急にバルツに攻めてきて、コロッサスもあんなことに。
おっと、噂をすればだぜ。見つけたぞ。帝国がこのまま引き下がると思うなよ。ここで連合
Just remember, Divine, it'll all be over one day.
隠れて狙ってたってわけ？もう。
Go on then, how does the little one fight?
ここは自分が引き受け
She's got serious height issues if she needs to wear a crown that high, like that tall, to make her feel taller.
この感じじゃもたもたしてねえで俺らもグランサイファーに戻った方が良さそうだな。
了解だ、シャルロット。しんがりを務めるとは粋なことをする。さあ、みんなこっちへ。
これでも無人の端くれ。いい格好をしたい時もあるのであります。さて、ユニエール聖騎士団団長の名は伊達ではないことをお見せいたしましょう。シャルロッテ・フェニア、押してまいるであります。
相手になってやる。
That's neat. I love the animation in this game. God damn it. God damn it.
Quest clear.
That sounds neat, Pixel. I kind of miss beta testing stuff. Look, depends on the kind of game. Heavily story-driven stuff, I'm not a huge fan of, but mechanical testing I quite enjoy. Just because I know that when it comes to story, if you dip your toes in with the old with the beta stuff and they start changing things, you're like, oh, I kind of prefer it the old way. Mechanics can be buried under good story.
シャルロッテ殿、無事で何よりだ。想像より早い合流で驚いたよ。
That took forever. I was terrible with those last two characters.
たくさん帝国兵が見えたけど全部やっつけちゃったの？あの程度心配無用でありますよ。みんなも無事で何よりであります。
Oh, but what do you mean you can't just click a button and make it happen, Divine? What do you mean it's not as simple as adding in a simple if statement? Yeah. Can't we just change a few things here and there and like be done with it? So it's not as simple as Control F.
さて、グランサイファーの係留場所までもう少しだ。グランたちが待ってるぜ。どうした？まさかどっか怪我でも？
いえ、またこうして綺麗なと空の旅ができると思うと実にハマっていたとはね。一度でも剣を向けてしまったことが申し訳なくて。そんなこと誰も気にしてないわよ。仲間は
You know, can I throw out there, you know where the word kind of clips to the edge of the text box and then skips down? A lot of games do that now and it really gets on my nerves.
この空に今一体何が起きているのか。仲間を傷つけるような
think the trick is really Divine. You just can't please everyone.
自分の持ってる力を
Um,
そこに注がねば。
I think in that case, Divine, it really depends on the product being made. For example, Street Fighter, when Street Fighter 5 came out, that was not in a good state. That could have done with a wee bit more work and a wee bit more polish. And depending on what version you played, it was quite different. Well, I say quite different. I mean, it was lag. Because they were trying to do things to appeal to a broader audience whilst completely alienating the one that they'd made from, you know, 92 onwards or whatever. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, that's the thing, isn't it? It's not our game, and that's another thing I try and say as well. Like, it's not ours, it's theirs. No matter, it doesn't matter how much we like it, it's not our thing, and it never has been our thing. We're just kind of along for the ride, you know? I think if it's a starter franchise, like if it's the first thing in it, if it's the first thing you're gonna do in what you hope to be a franchise, go for it. Just balls deep, go for it. However, if you're, say, maybe 3, 4, 5 games into a franchise and you start making these really fucking weird choices that you've never done before, but then again, I also suppose it depends on the time and the type. So, as an example, Ys wasn't always going to stay the same way as Ys 1 or even Ys 6. Because technology changed, popular mechanics changed. Right, now I'm gonna say something, Pixel, that's gonna kick the hornet's nest. That's the Chinese audience through and through. For very entitled, very opinionated, very aggressive when you cross those lines. Generally speaking, good folks, but when you cross a line and you make, I suppose, really, a small number of them angry, they tend to rally a crowd. And they kick and they scream and they make everyone's life a misery until they get what they want.
さすがは知る人ぞ知る人ってか本当にあんのか不安になってきたぜロマンを求めて一人でこっそり来て
I'm so tired I don't even know if what I'm saying is making sense. I'm probably contradicting myself every other fucking sentence.
あんまり遅くなっちまうとそりゃそれでだが温泉は男のロマンここで足を止めるわけにはいかねえ人でしっぽりした姉ちゃんが拝めるかもしれねえってのに諦めただっちゃ男はちいとばかし足を早めてなんだ自信かおっとおいおいそんなに慌てなさんなもう地震は収まったぜこんなところに人が貴様何者だ突然飛び出してきてご挨拶じゃねえか俺は温泉に浸かりに来たただの善良な旅行者だって温泉お前も温泉におあんたも温泉目当てかってことは温泉には近づいてんだなさすが俺勘が冴えてるぜこの近辺の温泉は全て帝国が占拠したああおい待て帝国が温泉なんぞを占拠してどうしようってんだうるさいとにかくすぐに立ち去れさもなくば痛い目を見るぞなーに勝手を言ってやがるここいらは帝国の領地じゃねえだろ温泉だってみんなのもんだろうがそいつを独占するってんならちょいとこのじじいの大目玉を食らっていきな
Part of what he just said was in the last sentence. Oh god, no. Oh dear. You think so, Divine? There's a weird way to do meter management. Like, have moves on a cooldown. Fisted. It's the best way, Divine. Ow. Ow. Fisted. Leroy. Oh, did they? What's the groove, son? Oh, mate. God damn it, copyright strike this kid. Somebody do it for us.
待ってくれ。降参だ、降参。帝国は温泉の占拠なんてしてない。
え？嘘？なんでまたそんなしょうもない嘘なんぞついてんだよ、お前。
それがこの温泉には美肌効果があって、たまにその姉ちゃんが。今のは違う。団地で俺は覗きながら。
Oh, bless. Oh God, Warner Brothers. Ugh. Why would they sell them now?
お前さん、生ける口ってわけか。皆まで言うな、友よ。男のロマンってことなんだよな。
この湯煙の先にきっと。静かに。
How gay is this gonna get? Or how much of a beatdown are they gonna get? There you go. Called it. Bless him.
まさかここまでとはね。
Yeah, that's about right, Pixel. You've got it. You've pretty much now look, everything you've just said there makes perfect sense. And from a character design standpoint and character development standpoint, you're right. You know, they've gone through the kind of drab stage. They're, you know, a bit more carefree, a bit more chill. There's a lot more going on. There's a lot more to be happy about. But China doesn't like fun. Nailed it.
前からかなり暑かったけど入れないほどじゃなかったんだよ。でも今はまるで煮え湯。こりゃ無理だ。おう、そりゃ残念だな。じゃあ僕はお先に。この辺は火山活動が活発だから君たちも早く帰った方がいいよ。ナイスバディの美女がいると思ったんだけどな。残念だな。本当に残念だ。また地震か。
Oops. Oh, that sucks balls. Get up, dude, run! Beautiful. Nailed it. First try. Good job. Okay, good character. I like that side quest. Right, but with that said, I think that's everything in that chapter done. Well, for that island. And then I'll do this island later or tomorrow. Because I really do have to go, because it's now 2:30 and my kiddie dinks will be home from school soon. So, guys, thanks for coming to hang out. Never underestimate the world, stupid. And just remember everything I say, it's an opinion, and it doesn't have to match up with your own. It probably fucking won't. And just because I disagree doesn't mean we can't all be pals. But if you all have opinions that differ from mine, you're fucking wrong. So there you go. Donkey Kong Country on the boat. You ain't talking about the end of Donkey Kong Country, eh? Or the start of DKC2? Yeah, but I prefer this skyboat. Also, Kiddy Kong can get in the bin. And yes, I know that's DKC3. Hey, I'll take Donkey Kong Country. I'll take Donkey Kong Country 2. Donkey Kong Country 3 was solid too. But fucking Kiddy Kong, nah. Fucking Candy Kong. Nah. Now Funky Kong, that dude. He was a proper dude. Cranky. It's yeah, dark, pixel, inky, and define. Thanks for coming to hang out. And we'll see you in a bit. Oh, not DKC64. I'm out. I'm fucking out. Donkey Kong 64. Fucking burn it. Fucking burn it. Just no. No. Yeah, don't fucking collect-a-thon with Donkey Kong games. Not like that. Not in a 3D space. Not where I have to backtrack with 56,000 characters to get through a fucking game. And Lanky Kong needs to be slapped. I'm fucking gone! Fucking cursed N64. Fucking goddamn motherfucking... Where's the stop button? There it is.